Here we go. All right, guys, we got a lot to do today. I am hilling potatoes, I'm staking pepper plants, weeding, and taking care of some ants. Fun-filled, action-packed day. Okay, so hopefully this video won't just be all over the place today, but it might be because I have just stuff I need to get done in the garden today. Plus I'm making sourdough in the house, trying buns for the first time. But we don't have a ton of stuff to go over, just maintenance. I want to show you guys a few things that are going on in the garden today. I have tons of, I don't know if you can see them right now, strawberry flowers, and I don't know if you can see my potatoes in the back. They are huge, they need to be hilled. I have a lot of maintenance stuff that needs to get done. It's just been raining like non-stop and I haven't even had a chance to get in there. So today is the day. I'm gonna try and whip through a whole bunch of stuff and then also try and get this video up because I'm literally making this video the same day that I'm posting it. So it's been a busy weekend. Yeah, I guess let's get started. I gotta go get some shovels and stuff. Hello, party people. Welcome back to Stay Grounded Gardening. And if you're new here, welcome. Today, I am hilling my potatoes and taking care of some of those weeds that you're probably seeing also. And then we're staking up peppers. And then I'm going to show you how you can take a shovel and get rid of some ant problems. Because boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of ants on this property. And I just want to show you guys a trick because a lot of people that don't know about this, and I didn't even know about this until like a year ago. And I was like, that's interesting. And then I tried it and it worked and it was amazing. So I'm going to do that and I'm going to show you so that the whole world can know. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got planned for today, but it'll take me a while. So let's get started. Okay, so peeling potatoes is honestly one of the easier things to do in the garden. I'm literally just taking the dirt from the side and pushing it up on it. When I first planted these, I dug a really deep hole and pushed all of the dirt up onto the sides. And then when I planted, I just covered the potatoes. Like I didn't make like a big heap or anything like that because I knew that I would have to do this. I would have to hill them so that it would be easier for me to hill eventually because I knew that I would have to. So there's that first trick when you first plant your potatoes. The other thing too that I actually wasn't even aware of is that, you know how there's like determinate tomatoes and indeterminate tomatoes? Potatoes are the same thing. So when you see videos or little blogs or whatever of people that plant their potatoes in like wooden slot boxes or like those bags over there, and they don't have very good results because they're growing determinate potatoes. I didn't even know that was a thing. So if you're gonna do container potatoes and you're gonna hill them up like that, or like keep on adding dirt like that, you need to make sure that they're indeterminate. I just always buy potatoes from like Home Depot or Walmart, to be honest with you. Oh my god, there's a little bee there. Little baby. So yeah. Apparently you need indeterminate potatoes. Hopefully these are indeterminate. I don't even know. I don't even know what they are. Probably after I'm done doing this too, I'm gonna be, oh my god, I don't want to get stung by that bee. I'm gonna be taking the straw and reapplying the straw also, just to make it cover the dirt, and it'll kind of hill it up just a little bit more. The straw will make it like really easy for the potatoes to grow also, which is bonus. So see how I'm just covering all the green? That's all you do. That, my friends, is hilling potatoes. Let's go on to the next thing that I want to get done. Okay, so honestly, this is something that I've had to do for a while. Look at this poor little baby. I need to stake this guy up. So this is a black Hungarian jalapeno pepper. They are the most beautiful pepper plant in the entire world. But mine weren't super strong when I put them out into the garden and it's been cold. They just, honestly, they haven't been doing that well. And this one keeps on falling over. Usually they're big enough and bushy enough that these tomato cages that are just like dollar store tomato cages will keep them up and stable, and then they just get strong enough on their own. But this guy is just not doing that. So when you're doing something like tying any kind of plant up, whether it's tomato, peppers, eggplants, whatever, you want to make sure that there's enough slack in that so that it's not pinching off the tomato or the pepper plant or any whatever plant that you have that you're tying up. I should make that straighter. Because as they get bigger, obviously they're going to grow taller, they're going to get wider, stuff like that. You don't want to pinch it off in any kind of way so that it'll impede their growth. Okay, so I'm going to do it with this one too. This is another black Hungarian. I don't know, this year, I don't know if the peppers are going to do very well. We'd have to have a really hot August for them to, really take off. There we go. This one's kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's kind of split 3 different ways. This one's a little wild looking. We've had some really wet weather and some really windy weather, and peppers do not really like that. I should have tied these up like 2 weeks ago. Honestly, I almost should have tied them up the moment I put them in, but I didn't realize our weather was going to get so crazy. The wind pushing those over has made the base of them a little weak, so I don't know how well they will do this year, but it's funny because these are the only ones really that's happened to. I have these, notapinos, and this one doesn't even have a cage, and it is leaning quite a bit, so I'm actually going to go ahead and stake this one up because it's not in a cage, but this one doesn't have a cage, and look how strong that guy is. He's so strong. So anyways, I'm going to stake this one up, and then that'll probably be good. I probably don't even have to stake this one, but we're supposed to get more, surprise, more rain tonight. So just an off chance that it's super windy or something. I just don't want this guy to get too rattled. But my peppers don't look super awesome right now. Anyways, I'm hoping for a very hot August. That would be great, because then they would just go crazy. I have shishitos over here too, and I do have a couple peppers actually being formed. So a lot of times if they get stressed out, they go to seed, which means that they'll flower if they're a pepper. So and then that means you get peppers, and they're really small still, so I wasn't gonna let them go to flower because I don't think they're big enough to support having any fruit on them yet, but they don't look that great, and I'm not sure if they're gonna last all year, to be honest. It's been a really cold summer so far, so I just let them go to flower. I do have lots and lots of these, so even if a couple go to flower and then they kind of die off, I'll have the other ones too. So. Okay, final thing. Woo! to talk about. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get through here. Okay. Okay, final thing to talk about is, side note, beans. They're doing so good. Oh my gosh, that was Big B. Final thing that I'm gonna go over today is the anthills. So Dave just started up the tractor. So hopefully I can get this done before he starts going crazy mowing the grass, because as you can see, the grass is so crazy right now. We've had so much rain. I'm gonna go get the shovel and then I'm gonna just show you. It's so easy. Shovel, 2 buckets. That's all you gotta get. That's it. Okay. I know you can see this in the camera, but this, and this is all ants. So this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take a couple big scoops of one anthill and scoop it or dump it onto another anthill. The reason why I want 2 buckets is because I'll scoop out one, put it in a bucket, and then go scoop out the other one and put it in the bucket, and then you fill those holes just so that when you're mowing and stuff like that, you don't have like a big divot, kind of weird, or a big mound or whatever. So the thing with these 4 is that they are basically the same colony. We are almost positive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go find one somewhere else on our property, and I'm gonna throw it into a bucket. I'm gonna take one of these ones and dig it and put it onto another one. We have more than enough to go around, so I'm gonna do that. And yeah, I know this works because I've done it once before. So if you have any ant problems, this is a sure way to do it without using any kind of chemicals. I've already done it once and it worked instantly. Like the day afterwards, I went out there, and you know how you like kind of drag your foot across an anthill and they go crazy? There was nothing. There was no movement, no nothing. They were all gone. Okay, so honestly, the biggest thing about today's video, I think, is that ants thing. I've heard so many people this year really getting frustrated with the ant problem. Like a lot of people have ants. So I thought that I would post that one to definitely take care of our hills, and I'll probably I'll spend like a whole day mixing ant hills together and seeing if I can get rid of most of our ants. It's not like a huge problem, but when they're around the garden, I don't really want them like in the garden. I also have 2 peony bushes on either side, which attract ants to keep them away from the rest of your garden, but I don't really have a huge issue with ants, honestly. It's a big enough garden, I think, that it doesn't really affect me too much. So anyways, wanted to end on this note. I have a strawberry patch and it's doing killer. I have never had this many strawberries in my life. So I'm pretty excited. I guess you could say I'm pretty excited. So last year I had strawberries. I think maybe I ate 3 strawberries out of this patch. I don't know why we didn't get very many. But this year is looking promising, guys. Did you see all those white flowers? Did you see them all? So, I should explain this. I should explain why I have red rocks in the garden. I don't know if you guys thought that those were strawberries, but they're not. Tricked you. I'm trying to trick you and the birds. So this is why I painted red rocks. Apparently, if you have any issues with birds in your strawberry garden, you're supposed to paint, well, not supposed to, you can do whatever the heck you want, but if you don't want the birds to mess with your strawberries, apparently you paint red rocks before you get red strawberries. And if they have any interest at all, they will come down, they will peck a red rock and be like, ugh, I don't want that. And then when you get red strawberries, they won't mess with them. That's the theory. I don't know if that's actually gonna work. I've never had issues in the past with my birds, but like I said, last year I didn't even really get many strawberries. And we had more issues with wasps burrowing holes into our strawberries. So I feel like birds is the least of my problem right now. But this year, it seems like we're gonna have a good strawberry harvest, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait. There's nothing like a fresh strawberry from the garden. Let me tell you what. All right, well, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna finish hilling these potatoes. Maybe weed a little bit before it starts raining, but thanks for coming and watching. Ugh. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment and do all the things and the stuff like always. If you want to comment, give some of your tips for getting rid of ants, or how you hill potatoes, or what you do with your strawberries, what you do with your peppers, let us know, and I'll see you next Monday. Thanks, guys.